Hey everybody, welcome back to that Flight Sim channel. This is Captain Gonzo speaking, and in today's video, we'll be pairing up the COWS DA40 XLS, that is by creators of Worlds Simulation, against the default DA40 NG that Asobo and Microsoft have given us. Before I continue, let me just make one thing correct. In my previous video on my first impression of the COWS DA40, I incorrectly stated the price as 40 or 44 US dollars. However, that was a mistake I made with my smooth brain capacities. Thankfully, one of the developers of the COWS DA40 actually saw the video, commented, and said, "Hey buddy, it's actually 40 something Australian dollars, which translates to roughly about 25 US dollars. So again, my mistake, my apologies, was not intended to mislead the community out there, and we actually corrected the description on that video to make sure that our viewers are aware. So once again, I apologize, but the price of this Diamond DA40 XLS is 25 US dollars. With that being out the way, let's keep in mind that the DA40 NG is a diesel Jet A fueled Diamond 40, whereas the XLS that COWS is giving us now is your standard 100 low-lead avgas fueled piston engine. So some people might argue and say, "Hey Gonzo, you're comparing apples to oranges." Well, I disagree. I think that there's no better comparison than to put these two to the test and see which one does better. But honestly, what I'm trying to do with this video is show you what you get out of the DA40 XLS with COWS, or from COWS I should say. The default DA40 does okay. It flies, has an autopilot, has a G1000, looks good. But does it have that level of detail that COWS gives you with the 40 XLS? No, and I think that's pretty obvious. So, through this video, we're going to see various scenes, various steps per se, from engine startup, taxi behavior, takeoff performance, cruise and maneuvering, autopilot functions, descent, approach, and landing, and seeing how the shutdown goes as well. And then you, our audience, can help us determine, okay, is the COWS DA40 XLS worth it, or are we good with the default title DA40 NG? I'll let you all be the judge of that. I'll tell you what though, COWS has got my vote. I've been flying their product since last year when they released the Diamond DA62 world famous twin engine, and I fell in love with that thing. And now I'm back on the COWS horse, riding around on the DA40 XLS. So let's jump in and let's see what this airplane has got to offer when it is paired up against the default DA40 NG. All right, so you've made it through the video and you're probably wondering, what are my thoughts? Well, here we go. First off, the Asobo DA40 NG. Is it completely worthless? No. This is still a great default aircraft. We've got a good and great functioning G1000. Good taxi handling too. A lot easier compared to the realistic COWS DA40. The autopilot works flawlessly so far. Good interior lighting. I'm happy with the lighting at nighttime. It's not perfect, but it'll do. The big concern with me is the flight model. I don't know if you saw during the power on stall, it took forever to get that plane to stall, and as well as on my landing. It was very difficult to bleed off that airspeed, and it seems like this DA40 just wanted to float forever. And I don't think that's real, but again, I could be wrong. Maybe it's just something that is different with the NG, but I doubt it. So those are my biggest gripes right off the bat. However, let me just clarify it once again. I'm not bashing the Asobo DA40 by any chance. On the contrary, I think we've got a very suitable and capable little aircraft that for some of us, if we're in the beginner stages of tackling on some more complex single-engine aircraft, this is a great starter. So before you transition over to the Vision Jet or something a little bit more complicated and with more power, hop onto the DA40 NG and flight sim and give it a chance, guys. It's actually pretty good. It's just not behaving how I think the real aircraft does, but I'm going to leave that up to debate for you real diamond pilots out there who might give me some better input. Based on what you saw on this video, tell me whether or not the behavior and the flight modeling of this default DA40 is somewhat or nothing at all in terms of accuracy and authenticity. And keep in mind that I kept the scenery the same exact time of day, and I also included the same weather, same winds, everything here at Key West. Now let's talk about the COWS DA40. So what do I like about the COWS DA40? Well, pretty much the same thing as the default. Great avionics, right? The G1000 works fantastically. It even has more features. You can pull up your charts, checklists, etc. Autopilot working just fine. The lighting on the interior, phenomenal. I love that floodlight just underneath the glare shield, and I think it just looks very, very real. The flight model, I can tell you that it definitely feels a lot more authentic. If you paid attention during the takeoff run, you would have noticed that my turn slip coordinator was indicating that I needed to apply more right rudder, which is typically the behavior you expect in single engine aircraft and sometimes even twins, with a higher angle of attack, high power setting, and low airspeed. Also, you saw it during the stall. The aircraft behaved as you would expect it to do in real life. And finally, looking at that approach and landing, I'd say the sync rate on the COWS DA40 just felt right. The closest low wing that I've flown in real life to a diamond would have been a PA-28. Now again, not saying they're similar. I'm only talking about the low wing configuration versus the high wings in the Cessnas, for example. The DA40 NG from Asobo behaves more like you would expect from a high wing, where you come into ground effect and you can float for miles if you let it. The COWS DA40, however, as soon as I cut that throttle back to idle, the nose wanted to sync on me, and that sync rate was palpable. That's why you saw me kind of arrest it with a little bit of pitch up, and the landing, albeit a little bit harsher, felt just more authentic. So in closing, what do I think? Well, again, the Asobo DA40 is more than plentiful for those of you who are looking to tackle on some more complicated single-engine aircraft. However, if you're looking to step up your game to a study-level aircraft that's going to really help you train and get to the brass tacks of flying and as close as you can to the real thing, I think the COWS DA40 is an amazing product for $25 US. I got to make sure I'm clarifying that once again. That was my mistake on the previous video. So overall, how do they compare? Well, obviously, the COWS DA40 is a superior product, but that's not to say that you have to purchase it. I'm merely giving you my opinions and my thoughts as a current customer of COWS with no sponsorships whatsoever, no recommendations from them at all. I mean, we'd love to have a partnership with COWS and try out their products in the future. So if you're watching COWS, give us a shout out, send us an email, drop a comment, let us know. We'd love to definitely do some more in-depth work with you guys. But if that's not the case, no harm, no foul. We're happy to continue purchasing your products. So anyways, guys, if you're looking for that more realistic approach to some complicated single-engine aircraft or a twin with the DA62 from COWS, give them a check out. Check them out on Orbix, check out their YouTube channels, and check out the videos that you can see for these aircraft. They're phenomenally built and replicated aircraft in the Flight Simulator franchise. And again, if you're looking for that realistic ground handling with the differential braking, which is tricky, but it just feels right, then COWS is the airplane for you, or the developers for you, better said. So with that being said, I appreciate you tuning in and watching this video. Once again, these are my opinions and strictly based on my experience thus far in Flight Sim 2024 with the default DA40 NG and the COWS DA40 XLS. I'll see you guys very soon on the next set of videos that we're working on. For now, this is Captain Gonzo with that Flight Sim channel, wishing you guys all smooth landings and happy flying.